Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube, and today is Tuesday, December 20th. 5 days until Christmas. It seems so hard to believe. Bill and I were just talking about it last night. Like, it doesn't even feel like Christmas, right? I mean, it doesn't for us. Okay. So, my gratitude list for today. It is literally the first thing that I do in the morning now. When I get up, I will get up and get a cup of coffee and sit down and write the list out. Okay. I have 5 things on the list. Number 1, I woke up today and allergies are almost gone. Like, today is probably the best day that I've felt as far as like my nose and all of that. So that's good. I was very thankful for that. And number 2, that, every day we wake up and it's a new day and it's a clean slate and you can make the day, whatever you want to do and you just start again, right? Number 3 was Bill, and I wrote thoughtful Dollar Tree. So yesterday, Bill was on his way home from work and he called me and said, I'm going to stop at the Dollar Tree. Do you need anything? And I was like, no, not really. So he comes home and he's like, I have a big bag of stuff for you. I'm like, you do? Okay. So I was in here diamond painting. So he comes in and he has this bag. Now, he knows my love of snacks. Hot fries are probably one of my most favorite snacks ever. He got me a bag of hot fries. And I also love corn nuts. And they had chili picante. Got me those. And then he knows that I have gone there a couple times and, bought finishing forms to put cross stitch on. So he was like, I found these and thought you could use these. So he got me this one, which I would obviously I'd have to paint it, whatever color, right? And then I would probably cut off this hanger and just use 3M picture hangers on the back. But he got me that one. He got me a star, which I thought was cool. And he got me a heart. Like I said, I would cut these hangers off. And then this was my favorite one that he got. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. Can't beat it for $1.25. So I thought that was very sweet that he went and looked around, to get that stuff for me. Number 4 is I'm almost done my cross stitch piece. So last night I stitched, and what I got done is I decided I did all the white in the word tricks and then all the yellow. So literally all I have is the bottom orange. I will finish this tonight. This will be done tonight. So I cannot wait to unroll it and show you the whole thing. I am still waiting for the heavy duty chipboard to come in before I can fully finish that. And I don't know when that's arriving, but that's fine, no hurry. And then number 5 is that, I have the money to buy what I need and want. And, I'm thankful for that many, many days. And what prompted me to write that today is every morning too, I will check the diamond painting groups on Facebook. And there was a post that I saw, and I've seen it a couple times. It's not just this one person, where people are just having trouble meeting just their regular bills. And someone had to sell their diamond paintings, I think, to pay for groceries and things like that. And when I read posts like that, it breaks my heart, and I sympathize because I know exactly what that's like to have no money. I've been very blessed since I've been with Bill to not struggle, because I'll be completely, fully honest. I have made some really poor decisions in my adult life. when I got divorced from my first husband, I had to file personal bankruptcy, which took 10 years to come off my credit report. And, you know, I don't try to justify it. You know, I know how to spend money. I can buy all the things, want all the things, and I've done that over my entire adult life. And is it because of FOMO, you know, fear of missing out? You see everybody wanting everything and getting everything. Is it because I didn't get a ton of stuff as a kid? I have no idea. I am really, really striving to have God's guidance and wisdom to help me in that area, because I struggle with that all of the time. I don't need that piece of fabric. I don't need that diamond painting because I have fabric. I have diamond paintings. I have blah, 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 whatever. And, you know, there was a point in time, like I said, I know what it's like to be broke and to struggle. There was a point in time when I had moved back into this area, when I ended a relationship with a guy I was living with in Hagerstown, that I was thought I was going to marry, by the way. But it ended, and so I decided to move back here because my family's here. And the money that I made then, I always paid my rent first because I always, you know, you need a place to live. My car payment, my health insurance, everything else was always late. And I mean literally everything. For the longest time when I moved in, I literally had my desk, one chair, a TV, and I slept on a futon mattress that my brother gave me in the bedroom. My parents wound up really helping me out and getting me furniture. I mean, I was 33 years old, you know, but that's not the story. The thing that sticks in my head when I read posts like that and I feel for these people is I had a really bad cold one of those years, and I literally had $3 in my checking account until I was going to get paid, which wasn't for a few days. And I was never really somebody to ask my parents for money. If I call them and say I need money, it is a real dire emergency. Like it's the last resort, right? So I was feeling so awful that I called my mom and I explained, I'm like, look, I have $3. Is there any way possible that you could get me some cold medicine, which at that time was like $7 for NyQuil. She didn't hesitate. My stepfather, just so I wasn't going out when I was sick, my stepfather stopped on the way home from work and brought me the cold medicine. And okay, I had to pause that because I started to get very emotional, because my mother is never the kind of person to make you feel bad or shame you. You know, I was 32, 33 years old and surely should have been able to buy myself some cold medicine, you would think, right? But she didn't even blink an eye. She never, you know, made me feel bad for the poor, horrible decisions that I made. And, you know, even in, I mean, they haven't been huge, horrible decisions, but even just in the past couple years, I mean, there's been plenty of things that I've bought. I didn't need to buy that. I'm really, really always trying to be better. Yeah. But yeah, so I get it when I read posts like that, and there are a lot of posts like that, it seems like, on those diamond painting groups. You know, one of the big topics that I've seen is how people can't afford a Diamond Art Club diamond painting because most of the paintings are $40, $50, $60. Some people have actually even complained, like, why are they so expensive? And it's been talked about a lot, and it makes sense to me why they are the price that they are. I mean, they make their own drills. It's good quality drills. They, you know, license the artwork, and they're also hand charted. So they're paying, you know, staff to chart these kits. I wish everybody was able to buy one that wanted one. That's why, you know, when I got rid of a lot of mine, I donated a lot, but I also sent, especially when I stopped doing square diamond paintings way back when, I probably sent 25 kits for, you know, for free to subscribers. I'd put out a post or did something, and I was glad to send them off to people that would really enjoy them. But yeah, wow, I didn't think that video was going to go that way. Okay, so I did diamond paint yesterday. I actually got done a complete section. I got done the next complete section. So let me flip you around and I'll show you that. I did bring the other chair up here. This is the chair that Bill had downstairs. A chair cover is coming tomorrow. The teal one is coming tomorrow. I think I'm going to put the teal one on this chair. And then I bought the flowered one, so I'm going to put that on the pink chair. Isn't it looking so good? Yeah, so I was able to finish this whole section yesterday. It's looking so good. Let's turn on the light because it's much more sparkly when you turn the light on. And this is, if you see what this pink thing is, this is the button cover that I got from Bella de Art Nicole. I love it. It sticks, it's 3D printed. It sticks on, there's like adhesive on either side. And you know, the way that I work on this diamond painting, or any diamond painting, it's not going to be above here until I get to like the next section, because the way that I sit here, I like the section like right here, and everyone has their own preference, of course. And I have a paint with me that I want to do. There was a post in one of the groups that it was like the unpopular opinions in diamond painting, and there was like 600 comments. So I really want to do that as a paint with me and go through the comments and talk about the different things and give my opinion. And you know, it's all, the bottom line in any craft, there's no police. If it works for you, do it. It's okay if you don't like multi-placing, or if you like squares versus rounds, or vice versa. I mean, there's so many things. We don't have to shame each other because we do things differently than someone else. The bottom line is, if you enjoy it, do it. This is meant to be complete, utter enjoyment, right? And like I said, I know I've said this many times, I am so very thankful that I have gotten back into diamond painting. I didn't realize till I really sat down to do it again how much I truly missed it. And I got this setup going. Like, there's only 3 colors I was not able to kit up. And one thing that I discovered yesterday, so these bottles, what I do, instead of pouring them in a tray, I just pour the diamonds in the lid and it works. I couldn't believe it. I tried it yesterday and I was like, wow, that was just so easy. So whatever's not in a tray, I just pour it in the lid. Yeah, it's great. I'm still really looking forward to the credenza though. Cannot wait to get that. So I hope that will be soon. The foam corners, remember I got some pink foam corners because we just could not get the corners of the stuff neat and clean. And then I have a pink pool noodle coming, and I'm definitely going to put it under here because it is, I don't like that being like that hard edge there. And then I'll put a piece up there. So we will see. We will see. But I did want to read, let me turn this off. I did want to read to you. I know I haven't read one of those in a really long time, but I went through some of the stories in the book today, this morning, and okay. And I found a story that I wanted to read to you. Okay. Henry was pushing the speed limit, going northbound on Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn, New York. He was headed to a business meeting and he had no time to spare. His eyes darted around as he surveyed the other cars, and he quickly maneuvered his way through the traffic like a rattlesnake in the rocks. Just as Henry was about to enter the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, he was cut off by a vehicle turning in from the service road. Henry opened his window and bellowed out some hardcore profanities. Sam, the other driver, didn't want to take that lying down because he was in a rush as well. So Sam put his anger into action and cut Henry off at the next turn. Henry's escalating tension now turned to anger at this very nervy driver who had now ticked him off twice. Within seconds, Henry cut him off, leaving only inches between the two cars. The heat escalated as the two guys drove like manic daredevils. Just as Henry thought he had left the other car in a cloud of dust, he looked in the rearview mirror and there it was again. Sam stepped on the gas, opened his window, and matched Henry's profanities and then some. This only added fuel to the fire in Henry's eyes, and the chase took on an even more perilous angst. Like, this is probably road rage, like at its, I don't even want to say finest because that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. But just as suddenly as it had all begun, it came to an abrupt screeching halt. Henry stopped and got out of his car and was surprised to see Sam pull up right alongside him. The two men marched right into the same building, then into the same elevator. They were raised brows as they glared at one another. Both were utterly bewildered as they walked out of the elevator and through the same door. The truth became apparent as they began to speak in civil tones. Henry was the supplier and Sam was the customer who were running late to meet one another. Can you even imagine? So the comment by the author says, "Be kind to the people you meet on the highways and byways of your life because paths cross, lanes merge, and you never know where or when you may meet some of those very same people once again." Now, you will know in the past, I have had some anger in traffic for sure. I honestly can't. When I went to the retreat, I think my drive, there was a couple, but not like it has been. Like here's what I try to think. First of all, I try to give people grace if they cut me off. I try to think maybe something bad has happened. They just heard bad news. They're distracted for some reason. Their child is sick. Their spouse is sick. Their parent is sick. Any number of things. You truly don't know the whole story. So I try to give people grace. I really, really do. Sometimes it is very difficult. And I say to myself, please God, just help me with this, right? So I hope you guys are all having a good week and a good Tuesday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.